Well, hello, culture seekers. I'm Chris Brown, and this is my new series, Chris Brown's Music Time. And this is episode number 1, first one I'm recording. And this one is going to be all about Prog. I'm telling you about 3 Prog releases that'll be out in late August through mid-September of 2024. I'm going to start this video, and frankly, this whole series with King Crimson. And that's intentional because they were such an important band to me when I was growing up. They really informed me as a listener, as a music fan, and even as a player. On September 13th, they have a release called Sheltering Skies. And this is the complete audio to the concert which was used for the video, The Noise, live at Fresia's. You know, it's from 1982, so they were touring on beat. And of course, it has lots of songs from Discipline. And this is the copy that I bought that when I was, in high school, blew my mind. And this is from Record Realm. Anybody remember Record Realm from Central New York? That's where I got this. Still has the sticker. Sheltering Skies has that complete concert, and they've tacked on the song The Sheltering Sky. What is it? Is it The Sheltering Sky? The Sheltering Sky, yes. From another concert from around the same time. So the audio is great. You know, if it's more convenient for you to have the records or the CDs, you have to put the video on, that's cool. You know, and I don't want to upset Fripp by putting any of his music in my video, but even if you go to like YouTube and listen to video that's been uploaded, like even that sounds good. So I think the CD is going to be great. The record's going to be great. And this is like really, really important music. You know, would you have Tool if you didn't have King Crimson? I don't know. All the bands that followed after Tool, would you have them? I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, also worth mentioning that they've added the song Red and Lark's Tongues in Aspic Part 2 from that last great 70s lineup. Another cool release that'll be out around the same time is a Norwegian band called Tusmorke. And I don't really know how to pronounce it, but here you go. That's what it looks like. This album is called Dawn of Oberon, and you can get it on CD or like a milky clear vinyl or cassette, which if you saw my interview in the New York Times, or it's coming up sometime in August, it'll be printed. You'll see that the cassettes are really starting to happen again. Well, it's really been 10 years, but they're growing. Tusmorke are, they're much more like pastoral prog almost. Mellotrons, flutes, a lot of acoustic guitars, and the vocals are pretty laid back. And they also are really quite quirky. But they like to sing about trolls, but, you know, their kind of troll is, you know, you're friendly magical creatures from the forest that we need to, respect, but they're a force for good in the natural world. You know, very different from the trolls of, say, the Finnish metal band called Fin Troll, where those are the kind of trolls that are going to, like, knock your house down and eat you. But just to give you a vibe, this is their 2015 album, and you can see there's some like friendly forest creatures there, and oh boy, somebody's gonna chop the tree down. But it just like it doesn't. This might remind you a little bit of Gong, and it's got the whimsy that Gong had, but it's not nearly as trippy and repetitive as some of Gong's jams were. You know, if you like Jethro Tull, very good chance you're going to like them. And if you, especially the like mid to late 70s Tull.
The deranged, born to be
There's a Swedish band called Jord, Jord. And if you like them, you're already set to like Tusmorke. The physical versions, CD and vinyl, of a album is called The Grand Seduction, and the band is called KEYS. And I think sometimes they like to write it all caps. I'll explain why in a second. This album will be out physically on 8/30. Oh, and I think maybe the physical version's already out overseas. Not sure. 8/30 in the US. There are people who've been around doing different things. One of the guys, Mark Mangold, has been around, playing professionally since the 70s. So this is the kind of thing where it's cool to get a bunch of people who were, helping other people write like he was, or sidemen, or in various different bands. It's cool to get them all together because, they're able to do whatever they want. But now what they want to do is progressive rock. And it has, a step or two into the prog metal world. Oh, let's talk about why the name, right? They're called KEYS because they have a singer, male singer, clean vocals. Drummer doing, prog metal, complicated drumming that also rocks pretty hard when he needs to. And then the only other people in the band are 3 keyboard players. No electric bass, no electric guitar, just keyboards. And so, but having 3 keyboard players instead of one player who then has to build it all himself it sounds like a band more than a constructed orchestra, I guess. One of the players, I think, wishes that he was a guitar player, or maybe doesn't wish he was a guitar player. But, this is when they need the metal sound. Sometimes you want cha-cha-cha-chunk, cha-chunk, chunk, chunk, Somebody's doing things with their keyboard to sound like a heavily processed guitar, to get those chunky chords. The lead parts are heavily influenced by the 70s guys like, Rick Wakeman or something, but the sounds they're using are very modern. It's melodic. There are, sometimes it gets pretty heavy and rock oriented. Sometimes it's a little spacier, but never fails to rock. The only thing I would say is that it's modern sounding music. So it is loud. It's loud in the reduced dynamic range meaning of the word loud. So it'll sound great in your car. The road noise won't obscure any of the softer stuff. But if you really hate the loudness war and just can't tolerate squished music, this is not going to be dynamic enough for you. The writing's cool, the singing's great, playing's really interesting, and I'm looking forward to it. So here we are. It's the end of episode 1, and I'm going to be trying to do some different kinds of things than I did when I was doing this for a CD store chain. So, well, hey, subscribe, whichever button it is, subscribe, like it, comment, all that stuff, and I'd love to hear what y'all think, and I'll see you on the next one. But I'm going to keep my old tagline. Until the next episode, I hope you are listening to something awesome.